But I like the goal because it was a direct game where a defender just hoofed it. And then they allowed Mbeumo first to deal with the second ball. I'm worried if they will allow such moments to happen a lot, because Mbeumo doesn't miss a lot, like we mentioned. He's the leading goal scorer for Man United. And then he's got that pass for any striker. And yeah, they need to deal with those moments if they want to be back into this game.
Talking about those errors, there's a pattern that Doc also noticed with Gabon and how...
And yeah, they need to deal with those moments if they want to be back into this game.
Talking about those errors, there's a pattern that Doc also noticed with Gabon and how they were also giving the ball away. And we saw a lot of that in the first half. There's a moment that you want to highlight, Doc, here.
Yeah, if we can wait and look at the defense, they're clearing the ball. And look at the loss of possession. And
Twice. 3 times.
There. Now look at the number, and then look at that run. Look at the position of the keeper. He doesn't know whether he can come out or not, but it's 2v1 here, Hlompo.
Yeah.
Look at the space in front, and it's exactly what you see that arrow read.
Yeah.
That's what he should have done before he could take another touch. So we'll be talking a 2-0.
So you should have passed earlier.
Into the space.
Yeah.
Because the player is running into the space.
I think, Doug, you're right. When I look at this Gabonese team, when they attack, firstly, the centre-backs should know where the striker is. And then the rest defense should be in place.
Yes.
When this ball, the clearance there is a ball that is a hopeful ball.
Yeah.
There is not even a pass from a defender. But of course, with a lot of errors that are in place, Doki says there's like composure in the midfield. They're rushing the pass. They're going with the pace of the leading team, which is Cameroon in this matter. I think they will lose a lot of balls when going to that. But at the same time, they will open themselves up if they don't take care of the ball in the midfield, especially when you look at the midfielder who will try. Now they put Lamina, who's going to stabilize the midfield. But I'm worried if they will continue to do that, because Dogi is rightly so. With that pass, if Mbeumo continue to get that ball right, it's a second goal.
Well, they did have a chance here. The man from the MLS, Doc Bwanga, has a shot here, wild shot. Doesn't test the keeper, though, but he's threatening.
He was threatening because the ball was passed to him after gaining advantage from an offside position. And cleverly, because it's about experience. He didn't touch the ball, and the teammate was touching the ball, and then he took over the ball. And then unfortunate execution let him down there.
Yeah, and there was another opportunity for Cameroon. They're coming again here at Hlompo. They go wide, and then the cutback comes in.
Look at the last line of defense. They still narrow, but there's gaps in between them. But at the same time, in the midfield, you need to guard that D-line. This was going to be a good ball and a good finish if you look at that.
Yeah,
because the first time finish, if you hit the target, the second goal. And like I said, you have to mark the D-line and make sure that you take care of the players that are in the box. The defenders made sure that they mark the strikers, but where is the center midfielders to cover the D-line?
Yeah, good late run into the box there by Namaso. And then, this moment, no one on the continent was expecting Aubameyang to come on here, Doc. He's half fit. Is this a gamble? Is this a risk that is taken by Gabon after 32 minutes?
It is a gamble. It is a risk. I don't think it was in their plans. They actually reacting to the scoreboard, as you can see there, which is 1-0. So I don't think they were meant to make those early subs like they did. So at the moment, the 2 subs haven't done much. So we don't know second half how are they going to fare. The two guys that came on.
Yeah, well, ahead of this game, all the talk was that Aubameyang is injured, but they were a bit lively now, looking for that man up front there at Hlompo. Even though they don't find him there, Koto goes up for the header, but at least they've got a reference point.
Now they've got a reference point and somebody who can run behind the last line of Cameroon. And after he came on, you can tell even the midfielders, they're now starting to look forward. They're starting to be positive with their passes. Of course, he can't be left alone. He will finish those chances if he get one.
Yeah, the question is, was it a panic substitution by Coach Terry Muyama because Aubameyang had been injured going into this encounter, not expected to play at least the first game, expected to come back for the second game, but he brought him on after 32 minutes. And let's see, maybe it is a well-calculated risk. We'll take a short break and we'll have more after this about what we can. In Morocco, currently in the lead in the Central African Derby against Gabon. It's been frantic. It's been in Cameroon. Probably got some adopted fans also in Morocco. Currently in the lead in the Central African Derby against Gabon. It's been frantic. It's been intense, just like you expect with any other derby. With Cameroon leading, Doc, do you expect them to make any changes? What do they do in the second half or early in the second half?
No, they don't have to bring any sub, but it's just to align the defense. Everybody has to be behind the ball.
And for Gabon, they need to get back in the game. They've already made 2 subs.
Yeah, I think they just need to tighten up at the back. Mr. Mc, if you remember, we did mention me and Doc, or their rest defense is not up to scratch. I think they just need to tighten up at the back. Mr. Mc, if you remember, we did mention me and Doc sleep. They need to make sure that they deal with the strikers, especially when the ball is not in play. They need to be active all the time, Mr. Mc.
Yeah, are they dealing well with the wet conditions?
Of course, they're playing in Europe.
They're playing in Europe. They're
used to this.
They're dealing with it, very well.
Yeah. Mario Lemina, one of the subs that has been brought in, former Wolves man, well-traveled around Europe.